What's up, beautiful people? Welcome back to part 19 of our Pokemon Opal walkthrough. In the previous video, we made our way through the Aqua Tunnel, we battled rival Mundanes, and we arrived in Tempest City. We explored most of the city in the previous episode. It seems like quite a futuristic city with a whole bunch of scientists and researchers around. We did find the gym leader in the city. Her name is Peonia, and she even has a clone. So there's Peonia 1.0 and Peonia 2.0, and she gave us some of the history in the region. We found out about the Astral Pokemon. The Astral Pokemon looked absolutely insane, and apparently it stopped one of the major wars in history. But in today's episode, we are going to try and take on the next mission. We were told to try and explore Astral Tower. So we're going to try and enter Astral Tower here and make our way all the way to the top. I believe Mundanes and Gala are already inside and trying to beat us to the top. So we're going to try and catch up to them. It looks like we've just caught up with Mundanes, and he's rushed off ahead. So let's see if we can beat them and see what's in store for us in Astral Tower. There's a whole bunch of Team Gatling grunts in the tower, so you're going to be battling quite a few of them. And you can find some interesting Pokemon roaming around. I did catch a few of the roaming Pokemon. I did skip a lot of them in the video, but I will show you a few that we did catch. And the Astral Tower is kind of like a maze. There are many different paths to take, so it's a bit tricky to find the correct one. But we have made it up to the next floor, and I'm going to show you guys exactly where you need to go and how to get there. All the battles in the tower is great for training up your Pokemon. So if there are any new additions to your team, you might want to add them to your team now before all these battles so they can get all that experience. And here we have reached an alternate form Makuhita that can actually heal up your team. So it looks like there's probably a big boss battle ahead. We've just caught up with Derringer and a lot of Team Gatling grunts. So this isn't good. We might be in a bit of trouble here. But luckily, Mundanes and Gala are here with us, so we are not alone. And it looks like we have also met a new character called Winchester. Winchester is one of Derringer's right-hand men. So we might be in a bit of trouble. He's going to try and attack us now. Hopefully we'll be able to defeat Winchester, and then we can catch up with Derringer. So Winchester battles us, and he's got 4 Pokemon on his team. The first Pokemon he sent out was a level 46 Scolipede, which we just one-shotted with our Lunaya. The next Pokemon he sends out is a level 47 Sharpedo. So we try and counter that by sending out our electric type Altaria. And it's worked. We've one-shotted Sharpedo, so we are making light work of Winchester for sure. I'm surprised how easy this battle is going. The next Pokemon Winchester sends out is a level 46 Excadrill. And I don't know if you guys have played Pokemon Legends ZA, but there is a new Mega Evolution for Excadrill. We've knocked out Excadrill with our Tangrowth, and the final Pokemon Winchester sends out is a level 48 Conkeldurr, which is a really cool looking Pokemon. Our Tangrowth has been knocked out, but we decide to send Snorlax out next. Snorlax got one-shotted, and it looks like Conkeldurr is back at full health. It did use Drain Punch on Snorlax. But now we have sent out Zypector, the Mega Evolution for Banette, and we've almost knocked out Conkeldurr. One more shot and we should have this battle under wraps. But no, Winchester has used a Hyper Potion, so he's just delaying the inevitable here. 2 more shots and we've done it. We've knocked out Conkeldurr. Winchester tried to keep his Conkeldurr alive, but he just wasn't strong enough. And I must say, that was one of the easier battles we've had in a while. It looks like Derringer is super disappointed in Winchester. And as we'll find out, Winchester's actually quite a sensitive guy. Apparently, he is really distraught now that Derringer is disappointed in him. He actually starts crying, so I think his whole mission is to try and impress Derringer, and now he feels like he has failed. But because Winchester is so emotional, we might be able to use this to our advantage. Mundanes tries to comfort him, so maybe we'll be able to convert him and get him on our side now that he has seen that Derringer doesn't really care about him. Maybe if we are friendly to him, he will join our side and be one of the good guys. So we'll see what Mundanes does there. But now we can try and catch up with Derringer. We can proceed on. We've just picked up a rare candy, and it is again like a little maze here. So we definitely wanted to pick up the rare candy, but now that we've got that out the way, we're going to try and figure our way through to the next level. We battle another Gatling grunt, but it looks like we have reached the end. So we go up another staircase where we find more Gatling grunts, and I think we must be getting pretty close to the top of the tower now. We've already gone up a few floors, so I think we're getting really close. There are 2 ladders here. We pick up a sunstone, and it looks like there's only 1 ladder that leads to another staircase. We encountered a bronzor here, which is level 45, so we might as well try and catch it. Like I said earlier, there are some cool Pokemon roaming around, so you do want to try and battle them. You might get lucky with a really cool Pokemon. We throw out an Ultra Ball, and we've done it. We've caught Bronzors, so I think we caught about 3 or 4 Pokemon in the Astral Tower here. So we did add a few to the collection. I will show you guys when we are back at the Pokemon Center. But looks like we've reached the top floor. We pick up a Dusk Stone, and it looks like the rest of the gang is up here. If you come and chat to the Natu, they will teleport you out of the tower, so that's how you're going to exit without going down all the floors again. But we have caught up with Derringer, and it looks like Gala and Mundanes are here already. There is a statue of the Astral Pokemon. We did see it in the previous video. Apparently, the statue has some kind of clue or text that Derringer needed. Next thing, Derringer sends out his Greninja, which is really strong. It just forces Mundanes and Gala's Pokemon back. And it looks like we're finally going to battle Derringer, so this is pretty scary. I'm curious to see what Pokemon he has. That Greninja looked really strong. But Derringer has 5 Pokemon on his team, and we're getting the battle started. The first Pokemon he sends out is a Dragulge, level 46. A really interesting Pokemon. We've got Lunaya up front, but unfortunately it just got knocked out. It did, however, cause a lot of damage to Dragulge. But now Derringer has just used a Hyper Potion on it. We've sent out Altaria to finish it off, and 2 attacks, and we've knocked out Dragulge. The next Pokemon Derringer is going to send out is Grimmsnarl, which I believe is a Fairy-type Pokemon, and one of the coolest Fairy-type Pokemon in my opinion. I have used it in one of my other playthroughs, and it's a really cool Pokemon. We've decided to send out Tangrowth, and Tangrowth has knocked out Grimmsnarl, so we've taken down 2 of Derringer's Pokemon. Derringer has now sent out his Greninja, but our Tangrowth's Grass-type attacks have just one-shotted it. That's exactly the W we needed. The next Pokemon Derringer has sent out is a level 47 Durant. Our Tangrowth has finally been knocked out, but at least we've got that strong Greninja out the way. We decide to send Snorlax out next to see if he can cause a bit of damage. And he does, but it looks like Snorlax is gonna get defeated. Derringer has used a Hyper Potion on Durant. We get one last attack in before Snorlax gets knocked out. We still have 3 Pokemon left, so we are only half of our team down. We send out Safarion next, and Safarion one-shots Durant. So it looks like this is Derringer's final Pokemon now. He has sent out a level 48 Gliscor. And Safarion's done it. We have knocked out Gliscor. And that's it for Derringer. I thought Derringer would have been way stronger, but we defeated him and Winchester both pretty easily. So that was quite surprising. But now Greninja is holding Mundanes hostage, and it looks like Derringer is trying to read the secret message on one of the statues at the back. So he says he's got all the information he needs for his plan, and he disappears, but he takes mundanes with him, which is really worrying. We're gonna have to try find out where they've gone and try and rescue mundanes. We also read the little secret message, and at least we've got some information too. We've got an idea of where we have to head. Apparently we have to go to some kind of mountains. So we're gonna try and exit the tower now and catch up with Professor Abano and tell him what has happened here, and maybe he has a better idea of where we have to head to next. But that's all it's gonna be for this one. Thanks for watching.